friends, this is Hamsara and you're watching one of my first vlog. Today I and my colleagues came here to one of the most famous places in Karbi Anglong, that is Langvoku. It's one of the most enchanting place, I must say, because it has a very wonderful waterfall here. It's very beautiful. I would like to share with you some of the important points that I personally feel is very important for all the citizens of the Karbi Anglong to know, that whenever you go on a picnic, how we maintain our discipline, like especially in terms of how we go on a eco-friendly manner when we go on a picnic. And in association with the Art Day, which is 22nd of April, I would like to sprout some of the seed when, I'll just throw it in this wilderness, because it has a huge forest area, but I feel in the last few decades there has been a degradation in the forest area. So I feel the need that I brought Emily with me, and then after I was having them on my way to Langvoku. So I'll be throwing this in the wilderness, and when the rainy season comes, I believe that this will sprout out, and that's how I feel I am contributing to the reviving of the forest area in Karbi Anglong. And today I'm gonna show you how to go on a eco-friendly picnic, So you join us today. I'll show you some of the golden rules you need to follow when you go to a picnic by the riverside. Here we have box. The first golden rule you need to follow is bring your own stuff. And instead of wasting the natural substances around, you bring it your own stuff and bring your own pork, first of all. Secondly, when you go and face the water towards the pork and your stuff and all, do not throw it into the river. Instead, go throw it somewhere where it is very dry so that it soaks inside the soil. See, my hand got greasy after washing the pork, so I'm going to wash my hand now. Most importantly that you need to keep in mind is, whenever you want to use any soap or detergent for washing, just take it with a bucket or cup so that it doesn't pollute the river water, because it's going to be very harmful for the organism that's inside the river and the species. There is a different ecosystem there in the water. So keep in mind that we don't release the chemical from the soap that I'm using. Looks like chirim. They are non-biodegradable stuff. If you throw this in the environment, it's going to cause havoc to the entire living beings. Not only just to the environment, as well as to the animals and to us. So please be mindful about what you do and the action that you take every day, the action that you take every step. It's very important. Now you look at this place, it's really clean. Just because I pick up all this stress, living in a clean environment is our basic right. If you don't live in a clean environment, then you don't survive. So, on this observation of World Art Day, it is very necessary for us to introspect ourselves that what is the step that we are going to take next. If you do not take this seriously, then you might have a dark future. Because what you do today is the future that you will be having tomorrow. And this is all I want to request and urge my fellow Karbi Anglong, that for every step you take, be mindful and be careful. And always try to live in an eco-friendly manner. And today on this picnic, we are having a staff picnic along with all of my colleagues. They have been really friendly towards me, and I'm very happy for that. As well as at the same time, I am able to perform my service for the society. I'm able to contribute what I can. And earlier I can see lots of fishes, crabs and butterfly that's enjoying the natural environment. And also we have lots of resources here, including the forest area, the river, the stone, the sand that we have here today is still in its natural condition. No one has ever tried to intrude in this natural environment. That is why we can still get to see the clear river here, the clean water, and because of this, we are able to enjoy the picnic properly. Otherwise, this would have been a very dirty water, would not be consumable as well. But now, because of its clean environment, we are able to take a deep breath here, and we are able to utilize the river water as well. And I can see lots of tourists today. Maybe this place is because a very peaceful place, that's why they came here to enjoy, and they came here to have this peaceful minded air. The space is really clean. Otherwise, as for these who have come to enjoy here just for the cause of their interest, they show this stresses and all, which is really bad. And this is the most demerits and the limitation of the people that they come here. And on this World Art Day, I would request everyone to take an important initiative from your end. What can you do for this planet? What can you do for your place, for the air that you breathe, for the space that you live, and for the water bodies that you consume every day? And see, my dear friends, I have been trying to find dustbin in this area. I could not find, I feel that dustbins should be put in every places just 100 meters away from each other. So I kindly request to the managing committee of this Langbuku area to please put dustbin in every 100 meters away. Now we're going to have lunch after this, in a traditional manner. We have our lunch in a banana leaf where the dish are served and cooked in a Karbi traditional manner. Well, today we have with us Sarup Singh Kramsa, who would talk about and share about why this place is called Langbuku. I would ask a question with our own dialect, so he will interpret why is this place called Langbuku. Sir, to tangte nangli panchoro lo la daga porin spidin pot, lasi nangli nang kani tekjim ma gopi posi la daga dim Langbuku pugipu nang ko.
Amen kachelong.
Oh, koson ti amen chelong lo.
Oh, kacini dun dun long ateng polo tangka Langbuku. Ko amen kachelong ke aprang nadak rong bin pudolo rong bin kusimulit tum hadi nadak du pu hok lo laten hala Langbuku amen kachelong ke mane buluki kame hala so buluki bulok adu bulok lo ijon do tang ho la so bulok lo siku kong deti ya angke approve dolo dak la amreng ki tu dak dolo la sorong atum ya wo si dak kong deti ma pulo bulok lo siku kong deti amasi la tum pulo la si amen lo la dak Langbuku atau langsung nong si go kitu bulok lo siku tu la aten butung ta ijo do do.
Nanti langsung awu kiku punang lipu banggiante munit pun teklong nala so.
Oh la teklong, la ten la sarti tumta nane program nason kiso panglipin ni duni prote tiko kawe kiseleng ave prote la dak ten la tum mane tuhang lu prote la dak long lok kiti along along.
Koson lo tuhan ke banta.
Oh banta buat la kon po hebi ho. Kini la kon tuning ni po patam po. Po la dak along along la dak dukok po tahu. Sebab po ke mulatum en po angke aku mau latum tingkang kon po aku mau nakit kon po cok et pe angke dat lu aku dadak thot tibi tu po latum si latum sang prang asal ki tu latum si latum bo aku non ta dolang jak sat ki ta
Nah lagi cek don long.
oh latum
Cek don long tembang.
ke bo het arong latum hadis latum si yang di kepikan lo
Okay lah, so Langbuku ke koso area te puri long.
Langbuku ke ladak amreng ki lo
Ambil
amreng ki mane amluki rong templam area lo
okay, constituency kan ke?
constituency Borjan la si nili jinpan ke dapat ini la ansi sini dun sektor no bang sitan kan hadis kon si bang hola kisah hutan itu kali ngom ya sini ke la am jat lag lo jo hin ta
Corona first.
oh
So, Mr. Rup Singh Kramsa is a local person of this area. Area Amrang.
Amreng Inti.
Amrang area. So he hails from this Amrang NT area of which constituency?
Borchat.
Borjan constituency. He hails from an area of Amrang-Inti, which is falling under Bokazan constituency. So he's a local person of this area. And as per his statement, what he says about this Langbuku waterfall is that how does it claim its name Langbuku? Langbuku literally it means a water that makes sound like that of the rooster. So why is it this name as a rooster sound? Rooster sound of waterfall is because the ancient tale that is talked about by the locality of this area, that once upon a time this area, or maybe it still exists in this period of time, that there is another world of people existed in the community. That is what the community of Karbi believe, that there is another world that exists beyond the existence of the Karbi community that you and I can see. This is totally the place where a mere eyes cannot witness it. That's why it is called Rongbin. Rongbin literally means a village that is unseen. So this is a belief in Karbi society that there is such kind of community in their culture, that there is this kind of society. So there used to be a society living, or there is a village living in this area. Rooster used to, make sound early in the morning, and people wonder how is this happening. Then later they realized that there is a place here. This place is actually a boundary. Coming under a place called Rongbin. Rongbin is a cultural belief of the Karbi community that exists in a different world, in a different dimension. So this Rongbin is a kind of society similar to our society, but cannot be seen by the people, normal people like us. And earlier, the villager and the locals of this area also talks about it, that if you do not have clothes or anything that you need, your basic amenities, if you do not have, and if you offer some kind of, if you do some kind of offering and ask for your wish, then it is, served to you, whatever you ask or whatever you desire for. Why? Because there is another kind of society living in this area, and the roosters of that society make sounds early in the morning or anytime, because the time and the space is totally different from our world. So the roosters make sounds, and because of that, this waterfall claim its name as Langbuku. So this is all I can talk about the waterfall, or the why the waterfall gained its name as Langbuku is that's all. But today, most important points that I would like to address the people watching this video is about the main motive of today's video is to let you know, or to share about my genuine concern of how you take care of the environment and how you preserve them and how you coexist with each other, with the environment and the society, so that we have a sustainable life and environment. That's all I can say. Thank you.